Hello and welcome back to the David67 Celtic News YouTube channel. This morning's video, a post-match review of Celtic's dominating demolition of Hibs yesterday afternoon in the Scottish Cup quarter-final. A game that ended 2-0 to Celtic. It remained close throughout the whole game until an added time second goal by Adam Idah. However, when we do look at the stats a wee bit later on in the video, it shows Celtic were massively on top, had tons and tons of possession, tons of shots on goal, some brilliant saves by the Hibs goalkeeper, and on another day the score could easily have been 5, 6, 7, even 8-0, with a number of great saves that Jordan Smith made in the Hibs goal. In today's video, we're going to have a wee look at the key incidents, the goals, some of the action and near misses that Celtic had, the stats, and my own personal ratings for the players, and one or two wee thoughts regarding the next few weeks as Celtic look for treble number 9. Celtic got off to a brilliant start, massively on top, almost from minute one, and apart from one chance later in the half from a rather dodgy throw-in where Hibs moved the ball about 15-20 metres up the touchline. That allowed Bowie to get in behind, and Schmeichel made a brilliant save. Otherwise, Hibs scarcely had a chance and scarcely put any kind of threat on the Celtic goal in the whole of the first half. Apart from that, Celtic had some brilliant chances in the first half. A couple of long shots from McGregor and Hatate, both of which were well saved. Celtic also had great chances for Jota and Kuhn, again not quite managing to put the ball away, and Darius Maida probably should have at least got the ball on target when he was clean through under a bit of pressure, admittedly from Bushiri, but instead he hit it over the bar. And just when things looked like it might be going into a stalemate at half time, Dyson Maida scored the first in the 39th minute. Nice move and cross coming in off of Celtic's left. Nicholas Kuhn lost his marker, shot towards the goal. Smith in the Hibs goal made a brilliant save. Ball, however, rebounded into the 6-yard box, and Dyson Maida beat his marker quite easily and smashed the ball into the roof of the net, and Celtic went into half-time 1-0. Hibs didn't really change things much in the second half, and again scarcely put any kind of pressure on Kasper Schmeichel or the Celtic defence in the second half. A couple of times they did get into the box, but never really in a threatening way, and never really putting any pressure on Celtic's defence or Kasper Schmeichel. And indeed, Celtic kept on being the team on top. Jeffrey Sloop went very, very close with a brilliant right-footed shot that just missed the far post. Yang, when he came on as a sub, was released in the box by a brilliant run and cross by Dyson Maida. However, unfortunately, couldn't quite get his legs in the right order, and he hit the ball past the post. In the second half, Dyson Maida sliding in at the back post, managed to knock the ball past the post despite a brilliant cross by Alistair Johnston and in effect an open goal. However, the ball was just tantalisingly not quite in Dyson Maida's slide, and the ball deflected past the post. And then in added time, Celtic, nice 1-2 between McCowan and Yang, releasing McCowan, who got the ball back in from the byline, and a nice shot by Adam Idah out the reach of Jordan Smith. And Celtic took a 2-0 win and guaranteed the win. And a couple of minutes later, almost with the last move of the match, brilliant ball over the top by Rio Hatate. Great run by Dyson Maida coming in off his left wing. Took the ball round the goalkeeper, but Smith was able to make a diving save and block to knock it out for a corner. And pretty much after that, the time expired, and Celtic got a well-deserved 2-0 win. So goals by Dyson Maida in the 39th minute and Adam Idah in the second minute of added time secured Celtic the victory and into the draw on Monday evening for the semi-finals, joining Hearts and Aberdeen, and the winner of the St Johnstone Livingston match, which is live on TV on Monday evening. Looking at the stats, Celtic very much the dominant side. Hibs hardly in the game at all. Possession was a massive 77-23 for Celtic. Shots were 18-3 for Celtic. Shots on target for Celtic were 8. Hibs just had that one shot on target, which was by Bowie after that dodgy throw-in that moved so far up the touchline. Celtic had 6 off targets, Hibs just the one off target. Celtic had 4 shots blocked by Hibs defence, and Celtic blocked 1 Hibs shot. 6 saves for Smith in the Hibs goal, 1 save for Kasper Schmeichel, and corners were 13-2. Clearly shows Celtic had masses of possession, used that possession to get shots at goal, and a good percentage of them were on goal. And if it wasn't for Smith in the Hibs goal having a brilliant performance, otherwise it would have been 5, 6, 7, even 8-0, with the quality of chances and the quality of saves Smith made to keep his team in the game. Quite a demolition of, in essence, what is the second best team in Scotland on current form, and it does look like Hibs are the favourites to reach third place if they continue this level of form. They have got 1 or 2 wee injuries to cope with, and it'll be interesting to see how they bounce back in their next game. But if Celtic do go on to win the Scottish Cup, that would get Hibs a guarantee of reaching the league stage of European football next season, which would be good for Hibs and good for Celtic and good for Scottish football. Looking at my own personal ratings for the players, gave Kasper Schmeichel 7 out of 10. He made a brilliant save in the first half, otherwise had very little to do. However, as he always does do, gets the ball back out into play as quick as possible, always available for a pass back, and to get the direction of attack move from right to left or through the middle. Alistair Johnston and Jeffrey Sloop, I've given both of them 8 out of 10. I thought they were both excellent moving forward, excellent in defence, snuffed out any possibility of Hibs getting much leeway and progress down either wing. And both of them got forward. Some nice crosses from them both, some nice overlapping runs, and Sloop had a very close near miss with that right-footed shot from the edge of the box. So 8 out of 10 for Johnston and Sloop. 7 out of 10 for Carter Vickers and Trusty. They scarcely looked under any kind of difficulties or pressure in the whole match. Both of them distributed the ball very nicely, nice and calm when the ball comes to their feet. They always seem to have plenty of time to find the right pass, rarely ever rushed. And they coped far better this time with the power and strength of Bowie and the pace of Boyle, and much, much better performance than the performance a couple of weeks ago at Easter Road. Given Engels, Hattati and McGregor all 7 out of 10. Thought they all looked good and industrious and effective in midfield. McGregor and Hattati both had near misses with long shots. Engels was nice and busy and looked especially good when he swapped in to the deeper role when McCowan replaced McGregor with about 15 minutes to go. Hattati, after that point, did seem to come a wee bit more into the game, as was the case against St Mirren, and I think all 3 of the midfielders had good performances without moving into the great levels. In terms of the white players, gave Jota 7 out of 10. Nice and busy in the first half, lots of good runs down his wing, some nice tricks and step overs, etc., coming in off his wing, and did have a good chance that was stopped by the Hibs defence and goalkeeper. Seemed to fade away a wee bit in the second half, which has been the case pretty much every time Jota has started. But he's looking active, fresh, and in form and full of confidence. I think it's just a matter of time before we get the real Jota back. Give Nicholas Kuhn 7.5. Again, a couple of nice shots that were well saved by the goalie, some good runs down his wing, and some brilliant tracking back to nullify the Hibs wing backs. And so great performance from Nicholas Kuhn. Again, also slightly tiring, it appeared later in the second half, which meant he was substituted with about 10 minutes to go. But good performance from Kuhn, bordering on very good, so 7.5 for him. Dyson Maida, I gave man of the match to, 8.5 out of 10. Scored a goal, could have scored another couple of goals. Great chance he created for Yang, and nice and busy throughout the whole game. And on another day, he could easily have scored 3 or 4 goals in a very dominating Celtic win. However, as always, tons of energy, tons of effort, tracking back all over the pitch. Brilliant performance from Dyson Maida, and 8.5 out of 10 man of the match. And in terms of the subs, gave Yang 7 out of 10. Nice and busy when he came on, tracked back, worked well in midfield. Part of the second goal with his 1-2 with Luke McCowan, and had a near miss with that shot from around about the penalty spot. 7 for Adam Ida as well, looked nice and busy in his 10-15 minutes or so on the pitch, and of course scored the second goal, and was in a good position also for the Yang chance that Yang missed. And I've given Luke McCown 7.5 out of 10. He was on the pitch for 15-20 minutes at the end, replacing McGregor, and I thought Celtic looked a bit more active and a bit more attacking when he came on. Seemed to be full of energy, some nice passes, worked back deeper into midfield to pick up the ball from Engels, and interchange with the wide players and Hatate and Ida. And of course, it was his 1-2 with Yang, and then his cross that set up Ida for the second goal. So 7.5 out of 10 for him. And Celtic managed to use 3 subs and remained fully in control despite all that. So brilliant performance by Celtic, demolishing the informed team in Scotland, the team that looks like it's liable to end up third in the league. And at the moment, I would say probably the second best team in Scotland after us. I think in a head-to-head match against Rangers, I would pick Hibs rather than Rangers, with the way that Rangers have been playing in Scottish football, and with the way that Hibs have been playing in the last couple of months in Scottish football. Looking at the Celtic news and sports news sites on Monday morning, no major news stories breaking, no updates on any players' ins or outs, and no mention of any new injuries in the Celtic squad. And so a day or two of resting, and then Celtic can then get back into full training in preparation for the Rangers match at Celtic Park at the weekend, and extending the already brilliant big lead we have over Rangers. And as I said at the start of the video, puts us well on course for treble number 9, league title number 55, and cup number 43. And would be a remarkable achievement to achieve the treble yet again, remembering that up until the Jock Stein era towards the end, Celtic had never ever won the treble in their entire history. Since that time, we've had 8, and the massive majority of those have been in the last decade or so, certainly since the year 2000 onwards. That finishes things off for this Monday video. We'll be doing 1 or 2 wee other videos through the week, just keeping up to date with news, and 1 or 2 other wee concepts and ideas I'm going to try. For those not yet subscribed to the channel, please do click that subscribe button, get the numbers pushed past 1200. If you do have friends, family, other Celtic supporters who haven't subscribed to the channel, please do pass on the channel's details, see if they can subscribe to the channel as well. Do feel free to pop your comments and thoughts into the comment section. what your own thoughts were regarding man in the match, the performances, etc. And if you do like the video, please do like the video by clicking that like button. It does help massively with analytics and spreading the channel and spreading Celtic news and videos to the greater world. And so until the next video, goodbye and hail, hail.